Hello everyone, this is Travalgar Valentine. How's it going today, guys? Today I'm going to do another car drawing. This is a Madmax car from the PlayStation 4 game. And it's just an A5 pad that I'm doing this in. I've just got a HP pencil. I'm just sketch out some rough lines first. Then I'm going to inking, then shading. So, I can't remember what the name of this car is, but it's from the game anyway. I'm a big fan of the Madmax cars, just how cool they are and stuff. So let's start by sketching out the wheels. So I've got one here. And let's do another one there. Just like that. I know I've got a negative filter on, so I hope you can just see it okay. I hope it's not too dark or light, whatever. And the body, it's made of quite a few pieces, but I'm just doing the shape of it for now. Curls round. And the front bumper for this one sticks out there, roughly about there. The front bumper is made of 4 spiky sections, like so, and 2 of the other ones there, and the other one's hidden behind that. Main mudguards, they come around like so. Then we have a big engine block up here. You'll see a lot more when I go into detail and stuff. Cab comes around there. Exhaust pipes. Okay, so that's just roughly in pencil. Let's go into my fine line pen, just a 0.4, quite a cheap one. I think this one is about worth about 10 pence because I got a pack of them for like £1, so it's not that much. Okay, where should we start first? Maybe let's start with the wheels. So I just need to do I'm going to do a center hub first. Just going round. And I'm just freehanding this, but you could use some curve tools and stuff like that to get more professional finish, but I'm just freehanding it. And it's got these like petal design. I also call them like petal designs because it looks like a flower petal. Okay, can you see that? Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. Hopefully that's a bit better. Then we want to do the inside of these. So we'll just do this line coming down here. Just for the inside of it. And this will all be coloured in. So I'll do that a bit later. Okay, now for the tread around the outside. So that'll come round. Let's do some chunky tyres for this one, I think. I'm trying to think where it might start. The picture reference I've got isn't very clear on the tyre tread. I'm just doing dashes with a little dip in it. Just like so. Now this bumper is in the way of doing the inside of the wheel, so I might do the finish that off later. And then we can get on with this bumper. Comes around. Like so. It's quite a thick, chunky bumper, this one, so it's got good armour for the front, especially good for ramming other vehicles off the road and stuff. The spikes at the bottom are straight, so it's like an L shape. Oops. So it's like an L shape coming up there. It rises up a little bit, then again to just about where the bumper is, then back up to vertical. And once you've done that shape, we can add the 3D line on the inside. Just like so. Carry on with that bumper shape. And the next spike is exactly the same, it's this L shape. Just comes around about there. And this one's a little taller. It's actually got a round bit here for a round bar in the centre. I'm actually doing this line a bit far down, but it's okay. I'll cover it up later. Like so. Then as this bumper curls round, it gets shorter and shorter in distance. So you can see less of it. This bit is a bit thicker. Now it's got this round bar in the centre. And again the same shape. Comes up here. And then for the last one. Excuse me if you can hear the bikes outside. I live next to a quiet street, but sometimes bikes and cars go by. Okay, so that's the main heavy bumper done. Maybe let's work on the mud garden next. So it's made of a lot of different pipes and stuff like that, of scrap materials. So this one curls round the wheel. Then just above it has got a curved plate. And I say plate because it looks like it's just been cut for it. It just sits above this pipe. Comes around and off at an angle. Like so. And this bar has a weld. It's just above where this curls at the top. It curls round to meet that curve. Just need to make that a bit smoother. It's a little wobbly. Like so. Then it's got these spikes behind it. So let's do another bar behind there. Sticks out. Then there's one big spike here. And there's another one that comes up. One there. There's only three. I can only see three on this side, so I've never drawn this card before. I've just got a photo reference that I'm using, so you have to excuse me if I just pause for a second while I just have a quick look, but it's okay, we're doing good. It's looking nice. So with a front grille, which looks like it's from an old classic car, maybe from the 20s or something. I was always curious with Madmax and why they used classic cars and muscle cars and stuff like that. I never see any of the modern cars from the 2000s and stuff like that. It was quite obvious because those are made from very lightweight, plasticky substances and things, so they won't be able to last very long. But these old classic cars are made out of heavy handcrafted iron and stuff like that, and steel, and in a post-apocalyptic world, and have a much better chance of surviving. Personally, for me, I would try and find a Volvo or something like that. I know they're quite tough. Okay, so I've done the front grille, now I'm just doing a light next to it. Add a bit more detail to the light, just with a few dashes here and there. And you can just see a little bit on the other side, like so. Okay. So this grille comes out a little bit. Now I know there's a panel which joins up to the body, which is halfway across the light, it looks like. So just line it up around about there, and that comes to just to the end of that mudguard, and then there's a pipe that runs quite along across here. Okay, so then we can maybe do the other side of the fenders. So for this side, it's got the curved section here. There's a pipe running underneath it. Then it's got, on the photo reference, it's got one spike here. Then to the on there, one right there. Curl this round. Then one more here. Then, sorry about that, my keys just fell off the table and startled me a bit. Okay, there's a pipe that runs behind all these spikes, like that. Can you just see that there? It's getting a little complicated, all these different spikes, but you'll see it more when I start shading some things in and stuff. And this joins up like so. Okay, now I've got some more of the fender work done. Maybe I could do the rest of the tread on these tyres. So, because I can't really see it very well, I'm just going to wing it and just do some heavy duty tyres. So I'm just going to do some thick blocks like that. Then, let's have a straight line going down the centre. Then continue with thick blocks on the other side. Then we can join it up at the bottom. If you want, this will all be darkened so you won't see much of it. Okay, zoom in on the picture. It says do the engine next. I think it sticks up quite high. It's pretty awesome. It's looks like it's got twin superchargers, so it looks pretty powerful. So then we need the cam belt, which has 3 semicircles on it. Then the belt that links it all up comes around like so. Comes back down here. Then inside the wheel. Okay. Little corner section there. Little curved. Little cylinder. Comes back round. Another cylinder. Maybe I'll zoom in the engine just so you can see a bit better. It's as much as I can zoom in on my camera. You can see by the size of my pen nib, it's quite. This is like about an inch by inch, so it's not very big. But it'll do. It'll do. There is a pipe that actually goes right across the engine, so I'll do that first. Comes down like so. Okay, for one of the main supercharger blocks. Now let's do these rectangles, not straight down, but they are slightly curved, like so. And let's do the other one. It's very similar with all these different cylinder shapes. Again, curve these round. It's quite ridiculous how big this engine is actually. How the would you see out of the windscreen? Never mind. It's not my problem. I'm not driving this thing. I'm just drawing it. I don't have to drive this in the post-apocalyptic thing. I'm not going to worry about my vision. But you gotta make these cars realistic. Otherwise, if physics didn't exist, it would be completely bonkers. No, anyway, okay. So I'm just doing a few details here, just behind the engine, and just curving that round. And then to finish off, it has a screaming skull on top with a blower. Let's do the skull first. So there's a bottom jaw, very small teeth. Comes joined up like so. Then we've got the skull shape, dips in for the nose, got the eye socket, comes up, around for the cranium. I think that's the right terminology for the skull. My anatomy is not the best. Then it's got the blower in between, which is a sort of a vacuum for the air to make it more powerful. I'll just join this up with a ruler, like so. Okay, so that's the engine done. Let's have a look, see what it looks so far. Zoop. Okay, car's looking pretty good, so it's pretty much, I would say, a good maybe third of it done, maybe 2/3 even, because that's a more complicated section of it. Now we can get to the rear section. Giggity. So this bodywork is made of quite a few random scrap parts, which is kind of expected in this environment. To get a complete car with all the right parts would be quite rare, worthy of only royal blood, of course. So now I'm just doing the door. This comes down right about here. Then we've got the handle, line across. There's a small rear window. Then we need this windscreen to come across here. Then the roof, curl round. Then on the inside we'll have the steering wheel here. It's on the right hand side. It must be an English car. Okay, so the inside should be there. There's not going to be much seen. There'll be a small bar here. It's quite darkened, so I can't see that much, but it'll be okay. Then this bar at the bottom that I did before. This joins up just past the door. And there is a bit of bodywork just behind it. This bar continues the full length of the vehicle. Sort of like skeleton hanging out almost. Then join that up. Look at the back, it's got some exhaust sticking out. Like so. Then we've got another bar that comes from the roof behind the exhaust, comes back down to meet this one. Bodywork ends roughly about there. Okay. Now we need the other tire. So let's do the inner rim again. Well lined up as that. That's not too bad. Okay, just line up the wheels a little bit. Just so I can get a bit of proportion. Let's just zoom in on the wheel. It's roughly the same as before. So you've just got the small center hub, petal shapes. Let's do another rim around it. And the tread again. So it's just going to be cross, little dips, curling the same. Just remember it's the opposite side of the tyre. It's the opposite side of the shape, so this is straight down, this won't be straight up. Then it's the same tread, so we've got these small little triangle chunks. Getting thin at the top, just because it's 3D, it curls round. Then we've got a line in the centre. To the end. Okay, then I'll just do a line joint up. Okay, so that's the majority of all the vehicle drawn anyway. Right, what I'll do now is I'll move into shading. So I'm just going to do some block shading with my pen. Might move into a bit of cross hatching. But it's just to shade some of the darker areas, make the light areas pop out. I might do a black background as well. See how it goes. I'll probably just do this in time lapse, but it's pretty straightforward. I mean, for these darker sections at the bottom, because I want to show it's kind of a rough. For these smoother chrome sections, I want to do a solid black line across. But for these rougher sections, I just want to do some broken up lines that emphasize the shape so it curls round. There we go. So just like so. Not particularly well organized, it's just flicking the pen up and just maintaining that pattern across, because it looks a bit weird to start off with, but once you maintain it, it's fine. And I'll probably use a thicker pen to start off with, just for the thicker areas. So where's my bigger pen? Here's my graphics 0.8, so this is twice as thick as that pen I've just been using, so this is good just to blacken out some of the areas, especially on the bottom of everything. So all the lines that I've just done, the bottom of them is going to be a lot darker. And on the tyres and everything. If there's anything different that I'm not explaining right now, I'll probably just explain it later. And hopefully I'll explain everything as much as I can. I didn't go to graphic school or college or anything like that, so I haven't got the correct terminology you might be looking for. Some terminology I kind of just make up as I go along, or what it looks like, what it feels like, I'm not sure. I know cross-hatching and stuff, but I don't know. Is this block shading? Black shading? What would you call it? Anyway, I'll move into time-lapse. I'm just rambling on now. But you get the idea. Okay. Okay, so you can see that I've just done went over it all in shading, and now I'm off the negative filter. So you can see the final effect that's happened. What do you think? It looks okay? Just done the variety of block shading around all the different shapes and stuff, around the tyres as well. Make sure it's all looking nice and good. Although still the shapes are emphasised. Lighter and darker areas and stuff like that. Now I'm just going over in red pen just for the outline. Just like so. Yeah, it's all been pretty straightforward. Remember, drawing's all just practice. You don't need any fancy education or fancy materials. Pens I used were very, very cheap. The notepad that I'm using is still very cheap, cost a couple of quid. So there's no excuse, and if you really want to draw and stuff like that, and you want to get better, just keep drawing and assess it, and find some artists that you really like or have similar style to the way you like it, and observe what they do and see the differences with your picture. Sometimes it just takes a bit more time and a bit more patience, or pulling back some lighter or darker areas. You never know. There's like a lot of artists that I inspire too that sometimes have similar styles to me, but sometimes don't. Mark Crilly, he's an amazing artist on YouTube, and he does a lot of ink and drawings, which I've inspired by. Peter Draws, he does some great pictures. There's Lockery Fine Arts, she does great artwork. There's Fine Art Tips, which is more. There's all sorts you can find on the internet. Okay, I'm just wondering if maybe I should do a black background, make it stand out more. Maybe just coming up here. Maybe one there. Maybe I like to do these thick lines just to make it, give it a little touch. What's the best way to do this? That one's running out of ink. Reload. So yeah, don't be afraid to try new things. I like drawing vehicles. I know it's not the most popular thing. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. But I only really do it because I really enjoy it. I remember when I was little, I used to draw cars and vehicles and skulls all the time. And I like to just keep up what I did when I was younger and just still do that. I mean, I know it's more popular to do cute animals and beautiful landscapes so people can hang up in the living room and stuff, but you know, I mean, yeah, okay, I mean, yeah, sure, that's popular and stuff, but it's important to draw as well what you love to draw. I mean, I looked at all the pictures that I did over a year, all the different images and stuff. I just found out that I was drawing more cars and skulls than ever before, and I just knew that that's what I would prefer to do. And if I was coming back from work after a heavy day of lifting and stuff, I knew that that's one thing I would love to draw more than anything else. Yeah, I like to draw buildings and stuff like that, but draw an awesome, powerful post-apocalyptic war machine, awesome firepower and guns and all sorts of cool stuff. So I'm just filling this in. Wasn't really planned to do this, but hey, why not? And just remember, sometimes you see a famous artist use a specific material to create something, but you could create that just in any other way you wanted. It's not about what tool you use, but how you use it. Some people have created amazing masterpieces with just biro pens and a napkin or a polystyrene cup they got from Costa's. I mean, yeah, there is some good art supplies out there, and maybe the durability is better, maybe they last a bit longer, maybe they're bolder. But I mean, that comes afterwards, you know. Learn how to use the tools first with cheap materials, so you don't care how many you use. And just remember, if you ever did draw all the time for popularity or for money and stuff, you're not drawing for yourself, you're drawing for other people. And if you do become popular and you do make money, then what do you have left? Okay, I think we can call it finished there. I think that's looking pretty awesome. So this has been the Madmax PlayStation car. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Maybe you want to try it yourself or try and draw something else, but this has been Travalgar Vallertine, and I'll be back in another video quite soon.